Alrighty, good morning, everyone. Welcome to yet another introduction into the Luigi's Mansion 100% tournament. Today, we've got a great match coming up here between Splazergames and Red Mountain that's going to conclude our losers round 3 matches. I'm looking forward to this. Today, I'm joined by my co-commentator, Bark,
What's up?
and we're going to have an absolutely brilliant time today. We're going to get started here pretty soon. Both our players are going to ready up and we'll be able to get this started. This is going to be an exciting match. This is a really close one. This is going to be somewhere close as well as like the Joven and Jared match we had a couple weeks back in the winners round 4. So I'm looking forward to see how this goes. So both players have readied up. They're going to get started here soon and we can get this show on the road. The big thing here that I'm looking forward to for this match is just really how close both these runners can keep it together, because that is going to be probably the most interesting thing that's going to be a part of this run.
Yeah, they're I think that their PBs are 29 seconds apart. I was looking up. So fairly close.
And they're off. All right, looking forward to this. There's a lot on the line for this run. Splazer wants to just try and continue pushing through the losers bracket and make his way up to versus Hopeless. Red, his goal is to get through this round, beat Hopeless, and then go up against Joven in losers round 5. That's kind of his goal right now. So there's a lot to look forward to here in this run. So that is something to keep in mind. Red's got a lot that he's looking forward to doing, and so he's going to try and make sure that he gets that totally situated. So there's a lot that's going to be happening throughout the course of this run. The main thing to note for sure is that Red recently almost got a 111. He had a time that I believe was like a 111.57 in a run, and he just barely missed the money. So he was super close to missing that, which totally sucked. But regardless, he's just trying to look forward to keeping up with Splazer, making sure that they can keep that lead gap super close together and make sure that one of them comes out on top with a pretty impressive win. I'm looking forward to that. So good. There's nothing too crazy that's going on in terms of the run, so it is something to keep in mind.
Red getting bonked there.
In terms of duping throughout this run, I'm not too sure what's going to be happening with dupes. I'm going to say that both runners are going to try for it. As Splazer spawns a poison mushroom, he should be fine. But on the subject of duping, Red's going to be going for it. He's going to be trying for it. Oh, loses that double too. Ouch.
Yeah, this is not a great start for Red.
Oh boy. He still gets a speedy, so he's fine there. Has the money to work with. But yeah, lost that double. That's going to lose him a bit of time as he is not able to get that RNG money as well out of there. So Splazer's going to come out here through Area 1 so far with a pretty substantial lead, as Red had unfortunately lost that double. We won't be seeing either of these runners going for the Neville dupe, because that's just not on the... I don't believe that's something that's necessarily on their radar at the moment. But nonetheless, it would be something to note later in the future, is that Neville dupe. That is already 3 million if you get super good at that. But they're not going to go for it. It's not something I imagine they will go for, so... But we'll see if Splazer gets any dupes. I know that he just kind of wings it on the half cancel thing, and kind of gets it sometimes. Red, on the other hand, he also tries to go for the dupes. So we'll see how that goes. That can be a big decider in terms of how this pace will turn out for either of our runners is really the dupe, because it'll matter so much once we get into area 4 where their money stands after Bulasis. Especially if they don't have any dupes up to that point. If they're missing out on a lot of those extra gems and play it super risky, there's going to be a lot of time loss between either both the runners or just one of them. Heading into Chauncey, Split's notorious for having a like 20+ minute Chauncey ball catch tutorial. So if you ever wanted to learn how to properly do the Chauncey fight in Luigi's Mansion, just check out the resources on the SRC page, and you'll see Splazer's 20+ minute long tutorial about that. So it's safe to say that Splazer's quite a professional at this strat, for sure. Honestly, there's not a lot of us here to talk about, because it's just area 1. It's always the same thing. There's usually never anything different with area 1. It's usually the same 5 minutes. Of course, Red starting out there with a little bit of a rough start coming out of that room, because he just broke that double and got hit. So that's unfortunate. But
yeah, he went into this fight about 10 seconds behind. It's pretty rough to start out the run 10 seconds behind.
Yeah, that's for sure. Right. They should be synced up now. I kind of just noticed that they weren't synced, but Splazer's coming out of there with a 557 suck up, so nothing too bad. By his standards, that's pretty okay. Red coming out of there with a 606. Yeah, so just about 9 to 10 seconds there that Red has behind coming out of area 1, which can close over time, especially if Red gets ER and Splazer doesn't. But those are one of those things that I really don't like about races, especially in a 100% matchup, is when you have that 10-second time saver early on, just purely based on RNG. It's either better to have both runners get it or neither of them get it. So we'll see. Red is notorious for complaining about his luck with ER and just never getting ER. He even once said that he went 25 runs without ER, which is just absurd. Of course, Ed and Jared should have a conversation about their luck, because their luck is abysmal. So we'll see. Maybe Red gets a stroke of luck today after losing those 10 seconds and gets through with ER, gets a little bit of a lead to catch up there to Splazer. $4 million, not too bad.
Yeah, 4.7. It's pretty good.
That's a good place to start. It was pretty average money RNG. Red with 4.8 had a little bit more there. Probably grabbed a couple more bills. Yeah, he's just got a few more bills, and a few more coins. But obviously, is down that 1 gold bar that Splazer did get from. I believe he got that from Anteroom. So he's got that on. He's got that going for him. Those are getting that double nicely done. Super clean double. We'll see if Red gets that as well. It should not be too difficult. Yeah, not too shabby. His first 8 minutes, again, like first 10 minutes up until you get about to ERs, where things are just kind of the same. Usually you see runners just going for same strats, same everything. money can be a little bit different, but really that's not gonna be a big deal now until we get to like the end of Area 2 or even to Area 3, and we'll see how the money pace goes from there. And neither of these runners are gonna be going for the Shy Guy 6-piece. It's kind of a newer strat. Really, the only runners I see doing that are Hopeless, Joven, Flauk, and Pablo. So Splazer misses
Wait,
the double.
is that a thing again now?
Yeah, the Shy Guy.
There was a
6-piece.
strat in like 2014 that that was the 6-piece, but it was too slow.
Yeah, Hopeless. I believe it was Hopeless. It might have been Flauk that came up with a very good setup to like get in. Optimally, it saves about a second. So it's kind of swaggy, but it's kind of hard to set up. You lose more time when you just don't get it. And Splazer misses the ER. We'll see if Red gets ER and gets to catch up a little bit.
Doesn't look like it.
Ooh. And both runners with the missed ER. But that's ideal. That's ideal.
No, I wanted
Not so
the
much.
race to be a little bit closer.
We're still about 9 to 10 seconds, but yeah. Unideal for Red because he wants to try and save that time now since he broke off that double.
Finishing off that portrait ghost all the way in the corner.
Yeah, I just noticed they both skipped out on 2 small pearls somewhere. Red's gonna go and opt for the speedy in this room. That's not something you typically see. So I think it's interesting that Red made that choice. I don't think it's a terrible choice by all means, but it's not something you usually see runners do. That's one of those speedies that you're just like, really? He went for that? So interesting play by Red, but he's able to make it work given the double setup in this room. So he gets that. He's gonna have about, I think he's gonna have like a 10-20 boo release, maybe a 10-22. Well, I was mega wrong. He's gonna have like a 10-26, 10-25. There you go, 10-25 boo release. It's 3 seconds wrong the second time. So there is that. But I'm curious if Red is going to try and go for different extra money spots here and just make sure, like, to kind of ensure that if he does miss dupes, you don't have to worry about that kind of thing moving forward towards the end of the run. And it might even be a case where that might save him from needing to get ultra money. But that's looking super far. We won't really know what the goal pace looks like till we get to about Area 4 and really determining if either of the runners need the ultra money. And really just the ultra sapphire, but sometimes you want to get that other money too, because that will just barely put you over. We'll see if Splazer gets a tech set up here for the tech skip. And he gets ideal RNG for it. Red with much more ideal RNG, as he doesn't have to worry about the boo hiding under the table, so he won't have to take a risk at that at all. Red with slightly less desirable RNG in terms of his actual boo reading, so he's still going to come out on top of the tech skip, but a little bit of time lost there from finding the bomb first. We'll see if he gets perfect RNG in anti-room.
Splazer's getting pretty good luck. Pretty solid first 3 boos.
Yeah, not too shabby there for Splazer. Was able to get the tech set up there, and I definitely was hoping that he would from his standpoint. Red spawns a poison mushroom. Man, that never gets old. That never gets old. But Splazer was hoping there to get that tech skip there, so he was able to get that. Sometimes if you do see that boo under the tablecloth, it's sometimes safer just to pull off the tablecloth, but Splazer was kind of hoping that boo wasn't there, and it wasn't, so he was able to save some time there. So solid work.
Red really wants that gold bar.
He really does want that gold bar. Wants to like Scrooge McDuck, like add that to his absolute sea of coins. I don't think Red was expecting that to spawn at all. He was just just kind of going by, and then once he did, he was just trying to pick it up, and the gold bar would refuse to go in. Red with the classic ballroom boo RNG, where the boo is never in the first chair you look at. Never is. It happens that he does be there, but sometimes that boo just is never there. Oh, my coffee's done. I was really hoping my coffee wasn't done, but I barely poured in coffee this morning. I've been up for just a little bit. So this is a very early morning match. This is the earliest we've had a match. If I'm not mistaken, this is definitely the earliest we've had a match in this tournament, though, thus far. I don't know if this is the earliest a tournament match has ever happened in any of the Luigi's Mansion tournaments, but this is pretty early.
I think some people prefer it, you know, in the definite morning, or the starting noon EST.
Yeah, looking from the perspective of someone on the Pacific Standard Time of things is very early. I've never seen a match this early, but of course that's because we're in a point of the year where everyone's like school and everything, so all the scheduling's happening like in working force. So all the scheduling is like usually in the afternoon to the evening hours. So this is pretty nice to have at least a morning match. No, it could be wrong. I think I've maybe seen more other morning matches given my time zone. Like I think there was one that happened that started like 10 PST once in this tournament so far.
It seems like Red is losing a little bit more time since Chauncey. I think he's lost another 10 seconds to Splazer.
It's a bit of a rough start for Red. He's really, I mean, at this point, he's going to be playing to try and save time, but that won't really happen until we see the absolute abysmal boo RNG that exists between one of these runners later in the match. Both of them got fire save warp, so that was solid work from them. Neither of them have to deal with the lost boo. Red's going to come out of Area 2 already with more money, unless Splazer gets a dupe anywhere from, like, Butler, or gets a Spooky dupe, or maybe even gets Lugs dupe. But we'll see. We'll see how that turns out, because I'm not too sure. You know, I don't want to commentator's curse it, but Red's internet's looking very fine right now. He's dropped very few frames, if any at all. So he's looking okay on stream for the most part. But I say that, he'll probably just start dropping frames as soon as we get somewhere. Splazer kind of close on the Butler cycle there. I believe, did he go for the chest? Did he get the chest before entering Butler's room?
I don't know. I was watching Red.
I think he did, because he went for the stun there, and I think that was just to make sure that the Butler wouldn't leave, because he was kind of close on the Butler cycle.
He was trying to pick up that Pearl while also catching the boo. Didn't really work out. But he still got the tech skip.
Yeah, pretty decent work there. Red went for the Sapphire. So again, he's going for a lot of extra gems now, just to ensure that later he doesn't have to do it then, and he can try and make up time on Splazer if Splazer is in desperate need of all that money, which I think is probably the primary reason that Red is a little bit further behind than he was at Area 1. He's going for a little bit of extra money. So I think
interesting
later.
Interesting route through this room by Splazer. Picking up a lot of money though.
Yeah, he's trying to also pick up a lot more money. Red's going to be doing just about the same thing, but we'll see how his boo RNG is. I think he got a boo switch. We'll see if that boo is the boo or not. That is the boo.
These gems are flying around.
These gems are flying around, so is that boo. I hope that boo doesn't leave. I mean, it shouldn't leave. He should be just fine. Yeah, Red's doing just fine. Gets out of there pretty cleanly. I think... Did Splazer get the laundry boot tech skip there? No, I don't think he did. Did he? I swear, I'm so out of it that I can't pay attention to both runners right now. Red also trying to go for launch tech skip. Doesn't get it, but it was a solid effort. Oh, man. This is gonna. I still think this will still. I still think this will be a really close match. Of course, again, their PBs are super duper close. They both are in that 112 range, and they're both relatively skilled, you know, amongst the same way. So anything's still possible. This is the 100% tournament. Anything is possible in this tournament. We've seen throughout every match so far, anything is possible. We've seen upsets. We've seen money. We've seen runs lose to money. We've seen stupid things happen that can cost you the run. Anything is possible in this tournament, and I think that's
right here. This luck is gonna help Red catch up.
If Red is able to
not get a good boost spot,
if Red gets perfect RNG on this boost spot and gets it up there, he should be fine, and that will save him a good amount of time. He gets the boo ball though. No dupe yet. I have not seen a dupe yet from either of these runners, but we'll see if Red doesn't get a boost switch. If Red gets a boost switch, that's bad. Doesn't, but still undesirable RNG there for Red. He was really hoping that boo was going to be up there in that top right cabinet, in the top right drawer rather, and hopefully that would have saved him some time, but doesn't. He still walks to the other side of the room. He might have done a little bit better than Splazer, saved a couple seconds, but not as much. Red missed one of the candles there on lugs. He should still just be fine. But on the subject of upsets, like, this tournament has seen some crazy upset matches. We saw Flaug beat Zircon in winners round 2 from a fluke on Zircon's part that cost him the run. We saw 5-5 beat Mini in a bit of an undesirable way. He was not. 5-5 was the favorite for that match, but Mini came in as the underdog and looked super, super good until a soft lock happened out of Hidden Room. And then Afroman's just been on a roll through his losers round. He's upset 2 matches and might go for a 3rd. So there's a lot of things that can happen throughout these tournament matches that can happen. This is Red's opportunity to make up some time on Splazer.
Unfortunate. He's gonna get the tablecloth. Yeah, they're getting the same kind of not optimal luck or you know, managing the boo locations.
This is just like they are getting boned the same way, the absolute same way. They've both gotten some really undesirable boo RNG, and Red really needs some good boo RNG if he wants to try and close the gap a little bit more. That was going to be a perfect example if Red was able to get that right there, but you know,
that was a pretty good suck up.
I think Splazer just got his first dupe there. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Splazer just got a dupe there.
Yeah, he did.
Oh yeah, he did. Solid work. Red without a dupe.
Well, that puts him definitely right back in there. If he was low, he's definitely not anymore.
Yeah, again, Red came out of Area 1 with a little bit more money, but Red went for a lot of extra money here in Area 2, and you know, the big thing there was, oh, and he misses the setup on the skeleton double. Ouch. Ouch. That hurts to see. That hurts to see. But anyways, yeah, Red was looking for a little bit extra money just to try and stay on top, and Splazer came out on top with a dupe while also getting a little bit extra money. So Splazer's pace is looking good so far for his money, and something he can carry through on momentum-wise through Area 3, and just hope that he can keep that up, maybe get a couple extra dupes and just ensure that he's going to be just fine. His one cycle looks good, and it looks good. He's able to pick up the Bogmire one cycle. So good work there from Splazer. Was able to keep that hold under control. As he ends up with a 23-18 Bogmire key. Not too bad. Red's looking just a little bit behind. We'll see if he gets the one cycle. Almost dragging him a little bit, but he was able to keep that under control. And Red's also going to come out of here with a Bogmire one cycle. So overall, still solid work. Red's got a little bit of catching up to do, but that is still possible. Can't come out of the race yet. We'll just hope that Red can keep the mental game up, just push through, and make sure that he can stay calm and collected to just keep the momentum going and try and catch back up to Splazer. Splazer's coming out here with a pretty substantial lead of about 20-25 seconds, maybe 30. I think it's about 20.
Yeah, I think I saw it was like between like 22 and 24 seconds. Still pretty close. I mean, area 3 and 4 is where the biggest time loss, time saves come in.
Of course. And in the wise words of Jared, area 4 attic booze is where the run really starts. So there is still opportunities for Red to bring this back, but that is of course going to have to happen in the form of mountain RNG. And just hope that area 4 RNG is just pristine, and that Splazer gets boned a couple of times and lose him a little bit of time. We can see that happen if the boo path ain't out of Telephone, Armory, Jarvis boo, or Clockwork boo is bad for Splazer, and that could definitely give Red a possible advantage if he's able to get optimal RNG up in attic. But we'll see. Red could come out of area 3 with the lead if something goes horribly wrong for Splazer. Red with 21 million, that's still pretty okay. Like that's given the amount of extra money that he's picked up, it works. I don't exactly remember what Splazer came out of, but he might have somewhere between 21 and 22. So far their money pace is looking about the same. Splazer going to pick up the Courtyard Emerald. That's a good choice. I think, honestly, this is just one of those matches where you're going to be seeing some extra money being picked up. In that case, yeah, you'll see Courtyard Gem. But we'll see if Red goes for Courtyard Gem. He might not. He's not going to go for it. I think that's still an okay choice, though. Both these runners want to ensure that later, if they drop a one cycle or have something miserable go wrong in their run, the money won't be too problematic.
Yeah, it is kind of nice to have a cushion of maybe 1 million in case you happen to miss a big pearl. It's always a safe strat. Because the hardest ghosts to one cycle are probably the last few ghosts, so you don't really have much time or much money to make up at that point.
Runners with the 5th speedy. Red is with 1 extra speedy on this run because he did go for the storage room speedy, which that was an interesting play, but I think for Red, there's probably not going to be a duping happening. He's going to attempt for it, but I don't know if he's going to get dupe or not. Oh, ouch. Red got hit by Biff there. That's going to lose him more time. It's so undesirable. This is not looking fun.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. Pablo's pointing out the dumbbell is, or the barbell is in the door. I'm not sure if I've seen that. But that makes it a lot easier to catch the boo because you don't have that big bar in the way.
I've never seen that either. I didn't even realize that thing is not stationary. It's like in the door. It's so interesting.
He's got a cursed disc.
Splazer does have a cursed disc. I'm telling you. Something's just happened to Splazer, and at this point it's just his disc. Like it's just one of those...
having trouble. There he goes.
Yeah, it's the disc, man. I mean, literally, just don't blame the player, blame the game. Red must have picked up this disc from like some like third world, like swap meet or something. Like I swear to God, it's very interesting. But he's able to get the tech skip there in T room, so solid work.
Yeah,
Red,
that
I
was a
think, also
clean
has
tech
it
skip.
set up. Oh my God,
They're
I
both having
can't
trouble with
believe
this
this!
ghost. Oh my goodness.
How is it that both runners are playing the same way? I don't understand this. Both runners with that grabber ghost missing multiple times in that flash. Red had a despawn and Splazer didn't, but oh my lord. And I don't think Red has a tech skip. No,
Nah.
he doesn't have a tech skip. I thought he had that tech skip set up, but I think he actually had T room gem there, so I don't think he went for it. Ouch. I mean, like, if you're Red right now, I really would want to try and stop picking up extra money at this point and just trying to play to save time, because as it stands right now, you're at a substantial disadvantage in your time.
Yeah, he definitely has to make up time for sure.
If Red just keeps going for extra money, he'll ensure the money, but Splazer has a dupe, so Splazer has a lot to work with, and he's been grabbing extra money too, so at this point, Splazer's looking pretty comfortable in his money pace. My oh my.
Alright, he got a good boost spawn.
Splazer's still on that singular dupe. Just try to pick up a couple more of those smalls out of there, and he's got the time to do that. He's got, like, he's probably at this point got at least 30, 32 seconds on Red. That's big. That is big time. So Splazer has a lot to work with if he needs to actually end up going for way more extra money, but at this point, he's so comfortable, I don't see why he would need to. Red could look for a dupe here, but honestly, like, I'm not sure. If he gets one, that would definitely help. No dupe. But still opportunities exist for that. As Blazer spawns another poison mushroom that is getting stuck there on the wall.
Yeah, right now Splazer's got close to 30 seconds on Red now. Just gradually increasing the leads.
Oh! Splazer going for the triple there. Didn't get to the grabber ghost, so the grabber ghost broke the Shy Guy double. So that's going to definitely, if Red's able to pick up the clean triple there, that's going to save him some time. And that's going to be what Red's looking for, is those kinds of things in Splazer. If Splazer starts to mess up a little bit on the strats, and Red is able to cleanly do some of these ghost rooms, then that could definitely help to close the gap between him and Splazer. And that's what Red really needs. Red now going to be attempting the triple as well. He's able to get it, so that's going to save him a lot of time on Splazer, who had to basically just single out every ghost. Still behind, though. Does still need to catch up just a bit. But we'll see. Will Splazer get first try moonshot?
Ooh,
Oh, I don't think that's really close. And
yeah,
that's a match for
hard to tell.
Splazer. This might put Red ahead. This might be what Red needs. Splazer, I think that's going to work second time.
Yeah, this is a huge time save for Red here.
Big potential. And Red's gonna bullseye that, basically. Nicely done there for Red. So as it stands, Red's starting to close the gap there. Looking
Yeah, it's
really
maybe
good.
a 10-second difference or so now.
We'll see. Splazer getting the start 32-33. We'll see what Red gets that at. I think it's about there's probably about 15 seconds there between both the runners. Yeah, just about 15 seconds there on both the runners. Red with a 32-48 on the start pickup. So yeah, just about 15 seconds. So Red already has cut in half the time that he was behind Splazer. So this is still looking really close. It's not neck and neck, but it's still pretty close.
we'll reassess after billiards room.
Billy's room could change a lot if either of these runners miss it on the first time. Splazer opting to do projection room first. I swear, I don't know if that's a normal thing. I guess it's a normal thing. That must be a normal thing. Like, I must be psyching myself out.
Yeah,
Because I feel like
I
for some
believe
reason
that
I
doing
usually don't
billiards
do
room
projection
first. Billiard room first is a recent-ish switch. I think doing projector room is safer. Like you're gonna have pretty, you know, depending on where you are in the billiards room, it doesn't really matter too much because you're gonna warp out anyway.
Billiards first is the new route according to Pablo. I mean, I swear I must have been saying I must be watching too much of Joven because I see him do billiards first every time. You know, previously Jared and HD.
Billiards room first was the norm for a while, and then it switched in 2013 or so, and then now it's now it's back.
Right.
The what's old is new.
Red on the first Red's first opportunity there to get lawn text, and he gets lawn text. That is now that we're about 15, 16 boos in, there is that to keep in mind. We now have to deal with EGAD text RNG. And,
Ooh, this is scary.
This is not going to be a one cycle for Splazer. Oh, this is Red's opportunity to get ahead. He's got the first 2 shots.
Ooh, he's got it.
He's got the one cycle. Oh, baby, this is where things change now. Wow. Nicely done there for Red. Difficult boot RNG, but he is able to pick that up on the first try. Red gets a boost spot on the other side, so both these runners right now are really close. It's Splazer spawns the bomb and gets hit by the bomb. Oh, wow. Things changed there. Red's now ahead by, like, probably 10 plus seconds now. Things have drastically changed here for Red's favor. This is what Red's been looking for. Wow. Unreal. That is crazy. Things can still change here with a little bit of boo RNG, but really, like, at this point, we'll see. I think Red's going to come out of Area 3 ahead. Now that he has that to his advantage, Splazer missed the bank shot one cycle, and Red was able to pick that up. So, wow. That is some wild stuff. That is some wild stuff there. Wouldn't it be interesting? I don't think it's gonna happen, but it'd be really interesting to see if either of these runners end up going for twin double. It's so not useful in this category. It's kind of a swag strap, but at the same time, it's
I do not think that they would.
It's so pointless to go for it in this category. It makes sense to know out of bounds, but with the risk of like having the red twin break off, and you lose pearls on that. Oh my, it's terrible. And Splazer gets bonked during his fight with the twins. Not looking good. Red with preferable RNG there. Splazer opted to pick up the boot first since he did get the boo ball spawn and not the boo read first try. In terms of money pace, I think Red and Splazer are basically neck and neck on money pace because I think Red Might have a couple extra gems as compared to Splazer, but Splazer is still a dupe up. Red has not come out here with any dupes yet whatsoever, so there is that to keep in mind as we head now into Lydia's Boo, and then we'll head over to Madame Clairvoya, where Red's mashing might be a little bit of a factor here today. We'll see if his blood's pumping a little bit to get that going. I know that when I spoke to him earlier this morning, he was saying that he's not, his arms feel a little fatigued at the moment, so he's not sure how well his mashing game is going to be. I think Splazer might be just fine with his mashing game, so we'll see if that really changes anything. I think Red will try to push through, but it's going to be a little difficult physically for him. With the mouse in here, this is something we've been seeing a lot in the tournament.
It's a fairly decent gem to get because it doesn't. You have to wait for the fortune teller to spawn anyway. You can also save a little bit more time if you get the. You could do a chest skip with the gem, but it's definitely not too worth going for unless you really need the money. I don't think that Splazer needed this.
I don't think Splazer needed it either. I think it's kind of an interesting play. I also think Splazer, I'm not sure if Splazer's aware that gem is frozen when you mash through Clairvoya. So even if that gem was sitting right there, that thing would have taken forever to despawn, because during this cutscene with Clairvoya, for some reason, gems are frozen. The money isn't. That's why it despawns in the middle of you mashing, but the gem isn't. So Splazer didn't necessarily need to pick that up there. But that might also just have been because of how the Sapphire spawned and was just kind of sitting there in Clairvoya's thing, so it would have been difficult to try and pick up anyways.
Yeah, he might have even that might be a spot where you grab the gem before grabbing fortune teller, which actually wastes a pretty decent amount of time because fortune teller gets grabbed and then immediately despawns.
I got a boo switch in there, but did he spawn the boo ball?
Yeah.
He spawned the boo ball. Unreal. Red kind of misread that, I think, because I think he was debating on picking between either where Madame Clairvoya sits or the cabinet up there, and he picked the cabinet. That's rough. Nonetheless, though, you see our runners go for the money plant a second time, not doing the plantless route like we've seen in one previous run where we did see a plantless run. Would be interesting. And Vark, how many water shots is optimal?
7. No, 2.
Had to ask that. Yeah, that's something I was debating.
I don't know why you guys are dragging me so much. It was one time. I hadn't played the game in years.
It's really just HD, but honestly, when I saw that you signed up for this, I was like, do I bring up the water shot thing with the plant? Do I not?
It was one time.
Whatever. HD says I love Vark, which is also your Twitch name.
Yeah, no, HD and I, we like to make fun of each other, so.
All the old LM runners had that with each other. For some reason, I thought Red was down on Boo, but that's not true. I think Splazer just got Lugs Boo. I think he got Lugs Boo when he was in there before getting the plant. Because for some reason I was like, Ray got it on his way back, and that must have just been from his Boo read.
Blazer didn't pick up the ice from the fridge. Hopefully he picks it up in the tea room.
I hope he notices that.
Let's see.
If he skips tea room, that's a problem. All right, okay. I think he noticed it. I think he noticed it. Gonna grab the ice there. You know, it'd been really funny if Red or if Splazer noticed he didn't have the ice when he got in there. And Red's gonna go for the safari room mouse here.
I don't think I've seen anyone go for that.
I think I've seen one person go for that. Maybe two. I've seen it in the tournament. I know that I've seen it in the tournament where runners have gone for that in the tournament. But red is, again, dupeless right now, so that might be a big factor in his reasoning to go for that. But red has gotten a lot of extra money, and his bills are looking superb right now for a dupeless route. So I think his money's looking really good.
Yeah, I usually end the. I wouldn't even pick up another bill at this point.
And red swapped into sidestep.
Just really eager to use the superior layout.
Heading into Bulasis, this is where things can change, but really not too much. Both these players play well enough to at least hope that Bulasis doesn't try and destroy your time too much, and red could definitely hope just to get a clean one cycle. So could Splazer. Splazer kind of... If Splazer wants to catch up right now, like really, he's just banking on red like having an abysmal Bulasis fight and getting like a slow 2 cycle, and Splazer gets a godly eye shot and then just like finishes out with a fast 1 cycle. But as it stands, red still, I think the gap is still like 15 seconds between both these runners. So still really good for red. I mean, he went into area 3 like 20, 30 seconds behind and came 15 seconds ahead. And Splazer's not had a very fun area 3. He missed the Astral Hall triple at the end, missed 1 moonshot, and then missed bank shot 1 cycle. And red has been able to capitalize on that and make that look really well. Red with, I believe that was a 10 boot eye shot. So, oh, this is not looking good for a 1 cycle. Yeah,
he almost had it. I don't know if he should have done that last ice shot.
No, this is Splazer's opportunity to get ahead, and he looks like he's gonna come ahead. He gets the 1 cycle, and that's gonna bring him ahead. As Splazer now comes out ahead of red out of area 3. I can't believe that. Commentator's curse, honestly. Honestly speaking, commentator's curse. I said Splazer was banking that red gets a slow 2 cycle and red gets a slow 2 cycle. This is incredibly close. And I wanted this. I've been waiting for a match that is as close as this. With runners who are basically within the exact same skill tier of each other, have been playing the game for practically the same amount of time. And just like they can stay neck and neck. And I've been looking forward to this match since it was scheduled. And boy, does it not disappoint. We've already seen 2 lead changes. Splazer came out ahead. Splazer came out ahead of area 1 and 2, got behind area 3, and outside of area 3 gets ahead of red. Red had a pretty rough Bulasis fight there. And Splazer capitalized on that, was able to get a good ice shot, picked up all the boos, had the 1 left, was able to pick that up. So solid work there. Red also still solid work for given the circumstances of that 10 boo ice shot, and with the other 5 just roaming around on their own. So man, this is interesting. We'll see what Splazer's money is. I think his money right now, considering he got the extra sapphire, I think he's got to be at like 43 or 44 right now. Probably 43. Yeah, he's with 43. Yep. We'll see red's money too. I think he's at like 42 or 43 as well. Yeah, red with 43.
Yeah, so they're both crushing it.
Both crushing the gold pace, and of course red is dupeless, where Splazer has the 1 dupe, so that is big too. Red obviously opting for more money. I mean, he's literally almost 100 coins ahead of Splazer and like 50 bills ahead. So in terms of that, their money pace is basically the same. And if red picks up a dupe, there's no need for him to pick up any more money. Honestly speaking, there's no need for him to go for extra money at all. All the money spots that you normally get, he'll be just fine with one more with a single dupe. Splazer, if he gets another dupe, yeah, same idea. There's no need for him to get any more money after that. So in terms of the money pace, these runners both have something really solid going for them, and at this point, it's just going to come down to gameplay. Especially in the event that a Western 1 cycle drop happens, or a Soupy 1 cycle drop happens, where they lose out on the big, large pearl. That could change things as well, but that's looking towards the end of Area 4 as we head up to deal with Blackout. And we'll see what the Grimly RNG looks like. And suppose you're correcting me, saying he actually has 2 dupes. I did not notice he got a Clairvoyant dupe. So at this point, yeah, I mean, Red has gotten a lot of extra money. He does have a couple extra gems over Splazer. I guess that's why that makes sense. Looking still really good here, though. Splazer really only needs one more dupe, and he's fine. Like, no more extra money needed, but at this point, I think he's still looking really good. But coming out of Area 3, 43 is really solid work. Splazer's not going to swap in a sidestep. I think Red's in sidestep right now.
Yeah. He switched super early.
Yeah, that's right. He swapped to that before doing Bulasis. And he didn't swap back. I don't know if that has anything to do with how his Bulasis went. I hope it doesn't. But yeah,
I don't know. I always do sidestep Bulasis. I don't think it doesn't matter because you're in a lit room anyway.
That's true. Oh, both runners were in sidestep there. I have no idea when Splazer swapped them.
It was just so dang fast. Never saw it.
Never saw it coming. Like John Cena. You don't see him. He's not there. And if HD were here right now, I would want him to go do his Instagram and then see if Splazer gets Instagram. No Instagram for Splazer, but does get about...
Fast.
He's there for about 2 seconds, so really, really good. Splazer without Instagram either. Uh-oh. I think Red called... Okay, no. Red was saying in chat that he was like 20-second Grimly incoming. But he gets about a 5-second Grimly, so... That's going to put him a little bit further behind Splazer, who had about a 1 to 2 second Grimly, so... Still good work here. As the rest starts to drop frames. I didn't curse it then. It just happens. Now, here comes the most interesting thing. Breaker Boo 1 cycle. Man, if both of you are going to get Breaker Boo 1 cycle, I'd be one happy folk. But I don't know. I think this can be a situation where neither of these runners get it. Red gets
They were missing it in the practice right before the run, so we'll see.
He was. Red with a tough read, so I think he's gonna have to just drag strat it. Yeah, so he's gonna go for the drag strat. I don't think that he goes normally for wall strat, anyways.
It looks pretty good
either. So.
Oh yeah.
No.
I thought he had that.
No.
Close.
I think without the charge there was no true guarantee for that. I think it was just one extra double cackle, so that boo's gonna leave it about 3 health. Red's going for the wall strat. I'm not too sure how this boo's looking, but he's gonna get it.
Nice.
He's gonna get Breaker Boo 1 cycle. That's good for Red. That could put him ahead a little bit, because Splazer will have to either see if he gets the spawn back in for Breaker Boo into Breaker Room. Otherwise, he's going to have to just go through and get it inside of Pipe Room later. Red with a tough boo read there. Was trying to find where the boo was in Cellar. Just wasn't able to quite get it. We'll see if Red gets something a little bit more optimal. And that could definitely, again, close the gap. And we can definitely see another lead shift coming in. Especially with Red basically beating up one more boo.
Oh, it is back in there. Okay, well, it looks like Red's not going to be ahead.
Splazer with a really interesting set of events as he gets lawn text. He gets the respawn for Breaker Boo. Breaker Boo goes back into Breaker. So that was really solid work. Wowee. That is crazy. Red was able to pick up on the Breaker Boo 1 cycle. Splazer barely missed it, but he got the boo to spawn back. So, my oh my, really interesting. how this run has turned out today. But now, in the wise words of Jared, this is where the run picks up. We're now starting into Attic. So this is where things could change drastically with the Attic Boo RNG. And this is where Splazer, this is really now Splazer's race to lose. If he gets really good RNG, like, there's almost no hope for Red at that point. Especially if Red gets worse RNG. Because then that just
anything can
brings the
happen,
gap
though.
so farther. But again, yeah, this anything can happen. This is a 100% tournament. Anything is possible with this tournament.
Yeah, if this were any percent, I mean, this is a pretty decent lead, but not 100%.
No, a lot of things can change up until this point. Both runners with solid skeleton doubles there in telephone room, so good work. I mean, again, I want to commend Red's brilliant extra money game because he's got like almost 100 bills over Splazer right now, and up over 100 coins as well. So, you know, being down 2 dupes, that's big for Red. Keeping the money pace together as Splazer's going for the toy soldier double, and he's able to pick up on the toy soldier double. Red's also going to go for it as well, but maybe he'll get it a little more cleanly.
Oh. Well, he got the important one.
He got the purple one, and he gets the green one as well. And a dupe! There's a dupe for Red.
Okay. Red needs to stop getting money.
Red doesn't need money anymore. Red really doesn't need money anymore. I'm curious if Splazer duped that too. I don't know if he did. I won't know until later unless he corrects me in chat already. Sorry at being the GOAT and just saying that both of them did it. Thank you, sorry. I appreciate that. You know, it's hard to keep up at 10 in the morning. Hard to keep up with that. But wow. Splazer's good on dupes. Red's good on money. Like, this is looking really good for both runners. Is Red with the cleaner toy soldier double gets a little bit ahead. Red without stumble skip there, but what? No big deal. The Boo RNG is what matters here in this room. As Splazer gets a great read. Red with the tough read there. It's a Boo switch, but I think he's just fine. Splazer gets the Boo to leave at about 133, so that's really good work. 135, excuse me. So still really good. This, like, as long as nothing drastic happens, this will be fine. Did that Boo just go left?
I do not know. It
That
did.
Boo just went left. Ouch. That's tough for Red.
Yeah, this is what you're talking about.
Yeah, that Boo RNG. Well, that will go back into Clockwork Room anyways. But yeah, Red was hoping to pick up that Boo right then and there, and just wasn't able to. He got bonked, and the Boo decided to swerve left instead of going down. So Red's now down an extra Boo, and then he's going to have to pick that up before he heads up to Sealed Room in just a little bit. Both runners heading up here for the triple. And although Red might come out, finish this room a little bit faster than Splazer, who actually missed the triple there, he's still done that Boo, so we'll keep the audio on Splazer. But yeah, again, like Red's just hoping to capitalize on these little misplays from Splazer, where things like that will happen, where he'll miss these setups and miss these doubles or triples, and try and just get them himself to try and save a little bit of time on Splazer, who gets a rough Boo read here as well. Tough Boo RNG and Armory for Splazer.
Hopefully Red can keep it together here. Attic is no fun when you're not doing well. It's really tough.
Red got, I think that was his 3rd lawn text of the run, so that's not fun. I think, and Splazer with Van Gore text instead. That's miserable. Wow. I can't believe this, man. It's just like tragic to watch. The RNG that just exists in this game, especially amongst runners like Splazer and Red, Even Jared, Ishi, and Joven, like it is miserable to watch things just not work out. Both runners with tough addict RNG thus far. So they'll probably break even heading out of sealed room. That's my guess. Oh, this.
Ah, well, don't forget about that boo.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying they might break even out of sealed room, because Red is ahead, obviously, but
Right.
he does need to get the boo. I just say Red looks ahead, not that he is ahead. He looks ahead. But we'll see coming out of sealed room who really has the lead maintained.
He's losing a lot of time here though.
I don't know if this guarantees him that he gets a Jarvis boo one cycle, because he did get hit there by the bomb, by the decoy. Splizer with decent RNG, and the boo leaves to the right. That's not what you want either. If that boo goes back left, that's gonna lose Red so much time. This boo's all right. This boo goes right into clockwork. So lucked out for Red. A little bit of a sigh of relief, but now he's got 2 extra boos to get back in clockwork room.
And the one from clockwork is pretty high. It's like 170-ish.
Yeah, it's up there. So you know, I don't know if they'll break even anymore. Red gets that boo lead 40-ish, so still good work there.
Double cackles going on.
Red Splazer gets the boo to leave right or leave left.
I think that might have been the. He might have tried to do that because he got a lot of double cackles. I don't think that you would have to force it to go back into telephone after the clockwork room.
Red with long text again. Man, this is just not fun. This is not fun.
Yeah,
this is some like. Oh my god! I actually thought that move was gonna leave again. There's so much rough RNG happening amongst both these runners right now in Addict. Like this is horrible. They're both just trying to make any sense of it and make it work. Here's our good friend Clockwork Boo. He gets bots right away, and it goes down. Oh, that might have been intentional, though. I have no idea.
Well, if Red was able to close that one out, it actually would be pretty close. Oh wow,
I don't know anymore. This Boo's just
I don't know. I'm kind of confused on what these players are doing.
I swear, if this Boo goes in Armory, like that, I think that seals the deal for Splazer to win. It goes back into telephone, but like, ouch. This is so unfair for both these runners with such abysmal Boo RNG. I can't believe this. I've never seen such worse RNG out of Addict in my life. I've never seen so many things go wrong in a race like this. And Splazer misses the double in sealed room, so that's interesting. He's still gonna come out here though, like 20 seconds ahead of Red now, maybe even 30. Red's so far behind now because of the Boo RNG. It's not even funny.
Huh, never thought to grab that chest there. Yeah, the Boo locations weren't too bad. It was mostly a mix of some mistakes plus the Boos going in the direction they didn't want to go.
Yeah, it's still rough RNG because their pathing is totally random. This is just a gamble on whether or not they're going to go one way or the other. I still can't believe this, though. I mean, it is just unfair to watch this happen. I mean, but again, both of them have breaker boosts, so they don't have to worry about it in pipe room, but, I mean, Splazer is so far ahead. He's got so much, like, now it's really Splazer's race to lose. But, who knows? Something could go horribly wrong for Splazer. And Red can, again, capitalize on that like we've been seeing throughout the whole run. Like, Splazer could lose pipe room Boo, and this Boo can go straight into... Could go right into breaker room. Or can head straight into Weston, and then, like, that's kind of it. I think it's heading into Weston.
Yeah, he might just be trying to deal as much
Hey.
damage and just go.
I mean, he's trying to
wait,
keep one
no,
cycle alive.
that was very.
All right, there he goes.
Ooh, okay. That was
And
interesting.
Down into Weston it goes. I can't believe this. This is so hard to watch because I feel the pain. I feel for these runners and the pain that they're going through because this is just misery. We'll see if Red's got the setup going here for this the Piper and Boo one cycle. And this Boo also bonks him. Oh, I don't know. Both runners get the Boo into Weston. Oh my. Wow. Wowee. It is, again, fair to note both these runners have breaker boos, so they're doing fine, but ouchie. Swizzer did get the Weston one cycle, so he's fine. And really, if he lost the Big Pearl, I don't think it would matter too much.
I don't know.
Really good.
This Boo looks a little scary right now.
I have seen a couple double cackles, but based on where he was with that Boo, I think it's just fine. It's a Boo switch. Is it? Red trying to find out where the Piper Boo was very, very stubborn with that, but he's able to find it. Gets lawn text. That's fun RNG. Red with a slightly more favorable read there on Piper and Boo, but I mean, again, this is totally Splazer's race to lose. They both had such difficult addicts to deal with, and it boned them pretty hard.
Yeah, this is gonna be difficult for Red to come back.
Especially with Splazer up 3 dupes and a lot of money and a couple extra gems. Their money looks
I think
just
both
fine.
of them will have the money. I don't think they would worry. Oh,
I guess
Splazer throwing a little bit here, keeping the run a little close.
lost that last gold ghost. Did he just want a gem? Or was it a
Gold bar. There's a gold bar in that plant.
I don't really remember this because I haven't done max percent in God knows how long, and I want to do it again, but I don't also want to do it again. Red with favorable playing there in sitting room, was able to get everything there, so just a little bit more time. But you know, if Splazer wants to stick to the script we gave him, that'd be great. You know, give Red a little bit of a chance here. Red has done an okay job, but not for Red. Red kind of didn't follow the script there. Splazzer gets the CP1 cycle. It was interesting there for a minute. Was just trying to avoid getting hit. Doing a little bit of a drag. We'll see if Red loses this. I think this could be difficult for Red. But he does have a dupe on top of all his extra money. He might just be fine. Even if he drops like a CP1 cycle. Alright, he gets the CP1 cycle, so they're both looking fine on their money. Not too shabby. You know, I think the entire run, I think I've noticed, I just miss all, I've missed every single one of Splazer's dupes except for Spooky. Because I think he's up a 4th dupe. I could be
Really?
totally
Yeah,
wrong.
I missed that one too.
He must be up a 4th dupe. Like, he must have duped Jarvis. Or, yeah, no, he must have duped Jarvis or duped West. I really don't know. But I seriously, every single dupe except for Spooky, I've missed. I missed the dupe on Clairvoya. I missed the dupe on the Toy Soldiers, and I must have missed the dupe on like Jarvis. I have no idea, because I think I read out of the Soup P, Splazer had 22 pearls, right? And
I was, but that would be 4 dupes.
yeah, because I know he had 21 out of Weston, and I know he didn't unless he duped Weston. I don't even know. I've stopped. I can't keep track anymore. But now we're heading towards the end of the run, and Splazer here is just looking to clean this out. Again, this is his race to lose at this point. So much has happened between these two runners within this run that anything is possible. Actually, this could go horribly for one of these runners, especially Splazer, if they go for the gem save warp and they lose the gem out of bounds. As Splazer misses the Shy Guy double there, or Shy Guy triple there. Red can still bring this back.
Both of them making one mistake.
I think this is a wise word to most runners. I don't know if early morning runs is the way to go for a tournament race, because there's a lot of like, oh, I'm really tired mistakes going on. A lot of things going
Yeah,
on.
I don't know. Every time that Splazer makes a mistake, it's like Red just follows it up with another mistake that's equally as bad. Like Red, we need you to bring it back.
Yeah, Splazer has 4 dupes. I seriously don't know where he got his 4th dupe, if it was from Jarvis or if it was from Weston. I seriously can't tell. I was so more focused on how bad their boos were from Addict, and then down in basement, basically the exact same basement RNG outside of Breaker. Oh my lord, I can't believe this. And Red's gonna get, or Splazer's gonna get really good 2-cycle here in Weston Boo. 120 health, so that's really solid work for Splazer. He'll definitely be trying to go for the gem save warp, unless he doesn't and just prefers to do the mirror warp because he has all that time. But no, he's gonna go for the. He's not gonna go for the save warp.
Not playing around.
No, not at all. I mean, this is a point in time where Red could look to come ahead.
I don't know if Red's gonna get that.
Leave. He's just gonna opt to have the boo go back in.
Yeah, it's not super guaranteed with all those paintings there.
No, the boo just also sits back in the corner, and it's hard to make sure Luigi sits up there.
Oh,
Red was kind of close there, but is able to get the save warp. So, I mean, this could look like insta shot 2-cycle, or like a situation where we see I don't know. There's a lot of things that can. There's a couple things that can happen here. Honestly, I don't know why either of these runners would go for altar money. They both have more than enough money for that. We'll see if Splazer goes for 1-cycle, or if he just goes for insta shot 2-cycle, or goes for standard 2-cycle. He's got a little bit of time to work with. Red definitely needs to try and pick up the 1-cycle, or at least the 2-cycle, fast 2-cycle, backup 2-cycle with insta shots. We'll see if he goes for that. But it comes down to what Splazer chooses. Or we can see Splazer go for a 4-cycle and just bring this super close together. The fate is in the hands of one of these runners.
I mean, either way, it's pretty close. But
this was a really close
I think
race.
if Red gets like one better cycle than Splazer, then it's really
over.
close.
Right. Splazer, like, Red would need to get one cycle, and Splazer would just need something ungodly, like 4 cycle, or, like, actually, like, tries and then just does not get anything, gets boned by King Boo for Red to win this. But, of course, I mean, it's still possible. It's absolutely possible. Or Red goes for insta-shots, which he's not going for. He's going for... Yeah, he's going just for, like, standard 2 cycle. And, like, he just totally misses the... Well, he is going for standard 2 cycle, but that's not a guarantee. You get hit by ice shots multiple times.
Yeah, you can always miss the 2 cycle.
He can get hit by ice all he wants. Red's going to go for the insta-shot. We'll see if he goes for the 1 cycle. This could bring it back. Red misses the insta-shots.
Yeah, I don't think that this is going to happen for Red, unfortunately.
No, I don't think so. Red missed the insta shot there, and King Boo's leaving. He gets hit by an ice shot. I think this is Blazer's opportunity to close this out and give him the win. Of course, we have to check their money, but I think with the money, both the runners are looking good. Blazer's gonna pick that up with a 1:14.12. Interesting run to say the least. Lots of things that happened there.
Well, pretty good run by Splazer. Low 14 with all the shenanigans going on. A 114 is still pretty solid.
All these considered of Area 4. Both these runners played very commendably. We saw a really, really huge lead shift for Red towards the end of Area 3, which changed there at the end of Area 4, or it's changed during Bulasis, and Splazer carried pretty much that throughout the rest of Area 4 with slightly less boning from the Boos, and Red with just not too much. Red's going to not go for an interview as he finished out with, I believe he had like a 1:14.40 something.
53.
53.
Still both 114s.
Yeah.
They should both have the money. So I mean that's
we'll see if Red's stream lasts long enough to see the money. I'm sure it will. But Splazer's gonna have the money for sure. 4 dupes, couple extra gems, pretty decent money. His coins were low, but his bills were fine. He had over 400. He had over 400 bills and had like 180. So like I think he had close to 200 coins. So I mean, still like
I think that they have over 101.
Oh yeah, I think Splazer's like 103 probably, maybe 104. Like super overkill. He's probably 103, between 102 or 103. I'm not gonna make a specific because I don't money count, so I don't really know what the pace looks like. $102, 102,700. That's gonna make Splazer the winner, and that'll be it for Splazer. GG's to Splazer and GG's to Red. Red put up a fight, and again, all things considered, both runners played very commendably. So.
Yep. And so with that win, Splazer is going to be up against Hopeless Humanity.
Splazergames with the win. Welcome in, Splazer.
Yo, what's up? How's it going?
Hey. How you doing?
Congrats on the win.
Thanks, dude. What a... Oh, I almost said something bad. What a show that was.
What an interesting run that was.
Yeah, that's all I have to say about that run.
Red with 102, 120 as well. That will mark.
But though, dude, 4 dupes. Holy, that's insane. I've never gotten that much.
Okay, I need to ask. Did you dupe Jarvis or dupe Weston?
I duped Jarvis.
Okay, because I swear to God, the whole run, I missed every single dupe except for Spooky.
It's all good. Yeah, no, I
every dupe.
I duped Spooky, and then I duped Clairvoya, and after that I
duped Toy Soldiers.
Yeah, that's right, Toy Soldiers, and then Jarvis.
Wow, so that slaughtered that money pace.
Dude, if I didn't dupe at all, I wouldn't have gotten it.
No, your coins were so low.
Yeah, that's
Not even
true.
money. Red went for a lot of extra money too, and I mean he kept the pace up. He got one dupe. He got the toy soldier dupe.
Oh, did he?
But
That's awesome.
yeah, he got the toy soldier dupe. So still, I mean, really good from both of you guys, all things considered. That area 4 addict was that's tough. That's difficult. I feel the pain.
Yeah, that was horrible, man. And then Area
Misery.
3, dude, that moonshot was terrible.
It was
Yeah.
close. It was right on that border.
Really close. We had the lead shift there from the missed moonshot and then the missed bank shot one cycle.
What was that? Sorry.
There was a massive lead shift there for Red because he was 30 seconds behind out of Area 2. And then coming through Area 3, you had the missed moonshot and then the missed bank shot one cycle.
Mhm.
And Red was able to get that. He came out ahead. And then Red
Wow.
had the unfortunate events of a slower 2 cycle on Bulasis, which brought you ahead because you had like a 12 boom ice shot.
That's
Something like
sweet
that.
for Red, though, in Area 3, 30 seconds behind, just coming back.
That's big.
Yeah, that's good. That's good on him, man.
Yeah, it was
Really
pretty
solid.
solid. Area 3. What we were pointing out that in a T room, both of you struggled with that ghost on the left, just
Oh,
not
yeah.
being able to suck it up. It was, you guys were making like the same little like tiny mistakes, or like getting very similar boo locations for I think most of Area 3.
That's funny. I mean, it makes sense, though, because, I mean, like, me and Red, at least from past races and everything, we've always been, like, it's always been, like, a close race between us, because we're so, like, almost equal in skill, you know? So,
Mm-hmm.
so it makes sense why we would mess both of those up. I heard you at one point, too, I think, Mark, at, like, Bangor, you were like, it's funny how Splazer does a mistake and then Red falls off. Because, like,
Yeah, you missed the shy guy triple, and then Red missed the grabber triple.
dude, back to back.
Hey,
What's
Red.
up, Red? GG's, man.
Hey, GG's to you too.
It's a tough race, but glad you finished it out.
I played horribly the entire damn thing, man. It was so terrible. I literally don't think I could have played worse if I tried. Actually, I don't
feel you,
even
man.
know what I did wrong in Bulasis, to be honest. Like, I swear the ice was over him, but I guess not.
Hey, like 3 months ago, 4 months ago, this would have been 100% PB.
Yeah. 4 months.
Same for you, Red, I think.
Yeah, same for Red. That would have been a PB a while back too.
Yeah, well,
Did you get the money, Red?
yeah, I got the money by like 3 million.
Oh, it was a 103?
Yeah.
Dang, that's good.
You guys played. I mean, I think all things considered, like seriously, you guys played pretty well. All things considered.
Splazer did. I genuinely didn't. Like, I got smacked like 4 different times.
Red, you came back in like Area 3 from like 30 seconds.
Yeah,
Right.
because
Both
you
of
messed
got,
up.
the same
Like,
area
that's
4
the only
gameplay.
reason I did.
Okay, and you played better. Like,
I played better. It doesn't mean I played good. Like,
Again, that's why I say
I
all things
me- I
considered, you
messed
guys
up
actually played well. You
constantly.
both had completely like abysmal area 4s. So like, you guys did pretty well.
yeah, I don't know what else I expected. I didn't know who was gonna win this match, but like, at the same time, I went into it like thinking like I'm probably gonna lose this because I'm gonna choke something really really stupid, and like I just wanted to reset when I got hit by the fucking gold ghost and like in wardrobe. That just ruined everything for me. After that, I just kept playing horribly. I cannot name a place where I actually played good in the entire. I can't think of one.
I can name a few.
All right, name them.
I
Red,
can name you
I'll have
Dash
no
Hall. I
man, I
can
had a
name you
good
Bank
time.
Shot. I can name you Projection Room. I can name you Moonshot. I can name
Yeah,
you
I mean
Nana's
it's hard to
Room.
point out like what you did well when most of what you see is the bad stuff, because
That's
the
fair
good
enough.
stuff is just what you did correct. So yeah,
Okay.
I don't 114. I think
Played
that's
Sitting Room well. I remember that.
pretty
'cause
solid.
Splazer missed one of the gold ghosts at the end of the Sitting Room.
oh, that's right. I remember that.
You're like, Task Sitting Room incoming, and it's like, no.
Yeah, dude. Because I was annoyed. I was like, dude, that same room was garbage. It's okay.
Well,
You always have. You can't do everything right. in every room. They'll someday mess up
It's
some
hundo.
for that room.
Lots of things happen.
Yeah.
Lots of things happen, and you know, that's the name of the game with 100%.
Exactly. Well,
So-
Red, I hope you've at least had a good time this tournament.
Oh yeah, I didn't with this race at least, but thanks.
Well, with that, Splazer, you will move on to losers round 4. You will be playing up against Hopeless in losers round 4, and then the winner of that will go on to play Joven. That concludes losers round 3. I think HD and Jared will make an announcement about that sometime after this. Matches will be done matches will be done before. No, yes, matches will need to be done at the end of next week from HD. When I remember HD saying to me, so that's going to be there. So looking forward to those matches. If there's anything else you guys want to say before we wrap up, go for it. If
I was
not,
gonna say, it's kind of funny. Hopeless. It's gonna be good scheduling with Hopeless because we were both in Arizona, so we actually. I could just say a time and be
Just in
like,
person.
yeah, do a race in person, side by side. That'd be fun.
you guys should get that set up.
I should actually get that set up. That would be fun.
That would be fun. So yeah, anyways, that's gonna wrap it up. Check out the runners, check out the commentary. I've been Flair. My co-commentator has been Vark. And before we finish off, I just once again want to thank SpeedGaming for hosting these tournaments as per usual and making sure that we have everything good to go. Shouts to HT and Jared for coming up with the tournament. Make sure everything's organized for that. All good there. And then, of course, we'll have a couple matches before Thanksgiving, but for those who do celebrate Thanksgiving, I do wish you all a happy Thanksgiving, and we will see you guys in a little bit, probably in the next few days. So look forward to that, and of course, GG's to Splazer, GG's to Red, and that's going to sign everything off. I hope you guys have a good day and a good weekend, so take care, everyone.
See you guys. Happy Thanksgiving.